Hey there, it's Pete with GCI Turf. Hope you're having a great day today. Oh, come on, baby. I hope God blesses your socks off today. All right, so dethatching. Honestly, I've never been a fan of it. Never liked doing it, simply for the reason is that the dethatchers I have been introduced to or used in the past, they do a incredible number on the yard. I mean, they really tear it up. You got to remember, I'm a lawn care company, so typically I'm going to buy commercial grade equipment, and for the most part those dethatchers are pretty intense to some degree and can really do some damage to a yard. So with that said, you know, that's the context. You have to understand where I'm coming from. Not all dethatchers are like that. This Allet, I've got an Allet C34, and I've got this little battery powered unit, and their dethatching cartridge, they actually call it a turf rake, and you can see it's got little tiny, real delicate tines on it, and you can really fine tune the depth on it, and so that you can lightly rake it, or you can dig a little bit harder if you need to. And until I started using this, you know, my mindset on dethatching was a no-go. And here's why. Let me show you a clip from a video I filmed about 2 years ago. I never posted it, but this is a little clip from it. Hey, there's Pete with GCI Turf. Hope you're having a great day. And this thing right here is incredibly aggressive. Do you really want to do that to your yard? All right, so that's pretty aggressive, right? And when you got a super duper thick stand of turf like I have, those dethatching machines can really be rough on it. So why would you want to dethatch? Why would you want to use a turf rake on this right here is Kentucky bluegrass? And you know, the question is, why would you even want to do it? Well, I've got a little bit of winter damage in it. The color's a little off. It's got some tip burn. You know, some of the blades of grass are a little yellow and stuff like that. Some of them are still nice and green. And that dead material, I'm basically wanting to rake it off, clean it up, that kind of thing. Another reason I'm gonna prefer to do it is a little light raking, is so that I can kind of open up the canopy a little bit, let a little air get to the soil. I'm not trying to completely destroy the yard at the same time. That's why I'm not a fan of the old school commercial style dethatchers, but this new setup is incredibly cool because I can micromanage my depth and really dial it in tight, and so I'm not damaging the yard but removing some yucky material, opening up the canopy a little bit, let the turf breathe. So I've been itching to do this. Man, I'm telling you, I've been itching to mow something. So we're great weather. We're about 60 degrees today here in North Carolina. 1st of February. Could not ask for a prettier day. So I'm gonna get out here and mow. I'm gonna dethatch a little bit, and then we're gonna talk about this mower because I'm gonna give it away. It's just something I don't use anymore. I'm gonna renovate all this back here and turn it all into Kentucky bluegrass this fall. And I've already got a reel mower, a big wide reel mower for that, and I'll use that. So this is really, it's taking up space in the garage. So I'm gonna give it away, and we'll talk about the giveaway after I get done doing the work. Now, one really cool thing is, all you gotta do is let go of the trigger and it cuts off. It's not a motor, it's battery powered. Super quiet, I really, really like it. Oh boy, a little bit of striping action going on right there. It ain't much, but it's a little bit. So now all I'm gonna do is give it a little quick double cut. You know, it's a little bit deep. I'm taking it down to, I don't know, that's probably a 1/2 inch. And it's a little bit scruffy looking, so I'm gonna clean it up with a second cut right quick. Cool thing is I can talk and mow at the same time with this thing. All right, so changing this out is pretty easy. It's a few Allen head bolts on the side over here, and you basically pop this covering off, slide the reel out, and put the turf rake in. Put the cover back on. And so the big question is, Pete, aren't you a little early to be doing all this kind of work in the yard? Of course I'm a little early. But I've got to make a video so that I can show you what to do. That way, when it comes time for you to do it, you can do it on your time. And let's see, the best I can remember, I think there's two Allen heads screws on the inside here as well. You have to pop off. And then once you do that, you can put the turf rake in. And out with one, and in with the other. Put your screws back in here, get one started, then jump over to the other side and get the other one started. You don't want to tighten one side down and then have to come back and try to start the second one. That never works out good. So one of the coolest features on this is there's your height adjustment. You just wind that one way or the other and you can see how that goes up and down. That way you can really fine tune it in there and really make sure you're not gouging down into the grass. And we're just kind of, again, just trying to lightly rake things. And I'm doing a little test run right here without the bagger. I think I'm gonna go just a touch deeper than that. All right, well, that's actually maxed out on it. Oh yeah, that's what I want. See how it's kind of combing it a little bit and it's just kind of barely raking it out. I'll probably go over it a couple of times and really clean it up. And I'll be ready to rock and roll. Look at that. I've only made 3 passes and look at the material I pulled out already. See all that brown and yucky? I gotta say this now, I've only been out here about 30 minutes or so and I have really enjoyed it. I'm telling you, I just cannot wait for things to take off and start growing. Man. You know what, something just come to mind when I was telling the reasons I dethatch. Obviously, one of the main reasons is in case you have a lot of thatch buildup in the yard. I have 0 thatch, none whatsoever. In my yard, I have basically none. Test plot, basically, maybe just a little bit. Here, little to none. And so I'm not necessarily dethatching to remove thatch because I don't have any. I'm dethatching to rake out some of the brown and kind of open the canopy up. I just want to make sure I cleared that up. Now, something else I want to make very clear is I honestly don't think dethatching is necessary for every single yard on the planet. I think there are certain circumstances that you need to do it, and then sometimes you don't need to do it. All right, so there you go. It don't look terrible. I mean, obviously it's 1st of February. It's not supposed to look at its at its peak, but it don't look terrible. Now where I live, I'm so close to getting ready to start my lawn care program on this bluegrass that I'm gonna actually do the video right after this. And if you have, say, a 1,000 to 2,000 square foot yard, you're not gonna wanna miss that, because I'm gonna show you a super cheap lawn care program for you folks that have really small yards. So be sure and subscribe to the channel, that way you can check it out. I think you'll like it. Especially if you got a small yard, you're really gonna like it. And on the mower giveaway, man, I don't know, I wanted to do something different and unique to give it away, but I mean, I've been thinking about it the whole time I've been doing this video, and for the past week, and can't come up with really anything unique and different. So I guess we'll just do it the old school way. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel. YouTube, it's kind of at the bottom right, little red block. You hit it, tap on it, and you're subscribed. Don't cost nothing to do that. It's just when I post a video, it tells you I post a video. That's all that is. And get on my email list. And the reason I need you on my email list is because when I draw the winner, I gotta have a way to contact you, and I'll do that through email. And I'll do one of those random number generator thingamajiggies on YouTube or on Google, and it'll, you know, pick the number, and I go to the spreadsheet and pick the number and email you. That's kind of the way I do it. But hopefully somebody with a small yard wins, because obviously this is not a machine you want to mow a big yard with. Hopefully somebody wins that has Kentucky bluegrass or Bermuda, because this is not a machine that you want to mow fescue with, or rye. You could have rye and use this. It'll tolerate a shorter cut, but fescue, I already tried that. Ain't gonna happen. I don't believe it. Well, it ain't gonna happen in my yard, let me put it that way. So that's dethatching, power rake, whatever you want to call it. That's kind of my take on it. And like I said, I'm gonna go on and do my next video for this right here, and we'll kind of make this a series maybe throughout the year and show you all the different applications on this one thing. And of course, there's no equipment involved in it, so other than a pump sprayer. One pump sprayer is all I'm gonna use, and you'll I think it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be pretty cool. I'm interested to see what it's gonna do. Well, I kind of know what it's gonna do, but I'm interested to see it in a month from now after the first application. So anyway, I appreciate you watching. I'll check you later.